Okay, let's go for
Our
it.
first question is from Robin Pat, who says, why are we who have accepted Jesus Christ as our Savior and have the slate wiped clean still going to be judged when we die? And for what?
Well, here's the deal. There's what's called the Great White Throne Judgment. That's for those who are going to hell or going to be in heaven. Okay. And Jesus said, if you believe in me and believe in the one that sent me, you have everlasting life and you shall not come into the judgment. So you're not into that. All right. But Paul said we'll all stand before the Bema, judgment seat, to receive what we've done in the body. Well, receive what's done in the body may be good. I mean, the Lord might say, you've done a good job. I want to give you some rewards. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be bad. You know, Jesus said the one who knew the Lord's will and didn't do it will receive many stripes, and he that didn't know what it was and sin will have few stripes. So there'll be some punishment, I think, for people who screwed up. I mean, you just don't have a free ride for the next 40, 50 years after you accept the Lord. At least that's the way it comes through. I mean, we're to live for him, and hopefully there'll be crowns. You read in, you know, the Old Testament about those that lead many to the Lord will shine like the stars. So, you know, there'll be good things, not bad.
Okay, this is a viewer who says, Luke 9:23 says, if anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. What does this truly mean? No fun, no friends or anything? I don't get this scripture.
Oh, we got to have a lot of fun. I think following the Lord. What it means is take up his cross is to say, take up your electric chair, that you're subject to death. In other words, I don't any longer live for myself. I live for his glory. That's the idea. But is there joy? Of course there is. There's joy before the angels of God. Those that follow the Lord will dance and joy. You know, there's nothing wrong with having a good time as Christians, but we do it because we are not in charge of our lives anymore. It's like take up your electric chair. I'm always subject to death, and I have to remember that. You know. All right.
This is Helen who says, is it possible for one Christian to prevent another Christian's prayers from being answered? A woman I've been praying with for years just confessed that she's been praying that God would prevent me from receiving certain blessings that I've been praying for, despite reassuring me all the time that her prayers were in agreement with mine. I thought binding prayers only worked against demons.
Well, that sounds like one nasty lady. I don't know where in the world she came from, but she's been praying against your prayers. You know, I believe that there's some spiritual forces, and you can have countervailing spiritual forces. I don't think there's any question about it. How indeed it works, I don't think I've got time to tell you if I knew. But I do know that people can pray against you, and you have to bind that. So it's not just demons, it's not just bad things, but I can't imagine a Christian praying against somebody else. I hope that you won't get what you're asking for. Horrible. Horrible to have people like that. But anyhow, those prayers, you know, it's spirit against spirit, and their forces are working. We leave you with today's Power Minute from Lamentations. Through the Lord's mercies, we are not consumed. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't miss it.